know what created the thug in y'all, but y'all so out of control. It don't make no damn sense. Nisha is
That turned
officially
into
a dime
another.
piece. Nisha's officially a dime piece. She has that puzzle piece and that blue heart outside of her name now.
Period.
Okay. I
Susu
think
always
that
eating.
yeah, so and also with they said I was gonna burn my food regardless.
Nisha, please.
Yeah. Nisha says she's a dime piece and a crip. Got it. That's new to me. So you said who's a nickel piece? I don't think
Bree
she.
said you were going to burn your food regardless. Hey
Okay,
Bree,
my
you told me you could cook. You lied.
girl, I threw that shit down. I ain't gonna lie, it was so good to one. Gonna make me another little.
Well,
Go ahead, baby.
I will say I have been yelling at a lot of you very frequently recently, and I do hate that for me. I hate when I watch you guys do it. Occasionally, like, it's entertaining, but for the most part, like, it's draining. But what to me it's giving, right? Like at this point, I have a couple theories. It's giving crabs in a barrel, and I'm not in the same barrel as a lot of the crabs. Okay, like I just have to like put that out there. A lot of y'all are fighting for a battle that like we're not running the same race. You got to move a certain way because like you really need this bitch. You need this bitch, meaning like this app, you need the clout, you need the money, you need it, all right? Like, regardless of whether y'all gift, come and support me, like, my bills are paid, right? My lifestyle's unchanged. Like, my personality is like, those things are constant. So I don't have to move a certain way. I don't have to create certain things. I don't have to go outside of my principles. And that's not a shot at you, Susu. I want to be very clear at that. But I don't have to do that in order to like make my opinion known. But a lot of y'all, like, you do this shit again where it's you think it's open season because you see that, HB and I got into it. That's what it is, really. I want to go at her, right? I want to go at the quote unquote big dog, but I can't do that, right? Because I'm going to fuck up my money. I'm going to fuck up my money. And I'm going to let her throw shots at me. But what I am going to do, I'm going to try to pick apart the people around her. I'm going to try to pick at all those little people. And not that I'm a little person, but I'm going to do that shit because I can't do what I really want to do. Because I need that proximity. I need that. Because you're right. We're not I'm not friends with a lot of y'all. I'm not. There are a couple people on here who I would consider a friend. And the other thing is like a lot of y'all are really scared of that friend word. You're scared of it because you don't want to come back and have some shit happen and then be like, see, that bitch was never your friend. And that's the problem. Y'all become friends with people on this app and you don't know friendship. I'm very comfortable in the people who I consider friends. I am. I know what a friend is to me. I know how a friend behaves. And I also know that there's a very big difference between like presentation and content making on this app versus real relationships.
We do
I
have
know that there's a reason why like HB and I, why she's cautious about certain things. And I respect it. Because when you attach yourself to certain people or when certain people are attached to you, y'all get real fucking weird. Very weird. But I think like you feel like I'm not as mentally strong as you. But that's the difference. Like, I don't have to do this. I don't have to play the politics game. If this shit disappeared, this like group chat that like you guys are talking about, like, it's fine. It's solid. Because it's not a chat. It's a friendship. It's women building together. It's women growing together. It's people going through ups and downs, learning.
I
So
think it's
that's where
deeper. I
I
think
am
it's
with the whole
deeper.
friend and all that kind of shit. And the other thing I want to clock is Susu, but go ahead, sorry.
I think it's deeper than even that on this app, to be honest. We do have messy mail. Someone said, do Cash feel like she inserts herself a lot? Somebody else said, Rizzy is a narcissistic, evil person. I don't think Cash inserts herself a lot. I think she gets in there where she feels necessary, and I'm not just saying that because I'm her friend. And I don't think that Rizzy is narcissistic or evil at all. I think Rizzy has a deeper problem. She has a strong need for validation from others.
Yeah.
She truly do, and a little like histrionic personality disorder a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. I don't find her to be narcissistic at all. I don't. I think your self-esteem depends on the approval and attention from others, and you'll do just about anything to appease them or seek that validation or get any type of acceptance. And that's my opinion for that.
You know what? Since I don't love myself,
It's not that you don't love yourself. That has nothing to do with loving yourself. It does not. No.
I'm going to leave because apparently y'all got me fucked up.
No, Rizzy, it has nothing
That's
to
a
do with you loving
maturity
yourself.
thing, though, right?
Okay.
Okay. And I'm just going to let her go, right? We're not chasing. Okay. She's a grown woman. She's allowed to have her feelings. If she feels like she needs to go, she needs to go. I'm not going to speak on her situation. But, like, what I will say today, last night, I was very disappointed in Edna, who, like, I've known for quite some time. And who I've always had her back, supported her platform when a lot of y'all weren't there. When it was 10 people in the lives and we were talking about, tech and all that kind of stuff, when there was mess, like, I don't really need to prove like where loyalty is or like how I show up as a friend for anybody. But in the same way that y'all have seen her on this app speak about my behavior, whether she liked it or not, I have the same right. And when we talk about quote unquote inserting, that's where like I need y'all to turn off sometimes your like, this is entertainment brain and like, how would you move? Because if I'm out in public and I'm with my friend and somebody else comes up, it's going to be a problem, especially if I know my friend and I know how my friend might feel about certain things. And Nisha is my friend. Like, Nisha has been there for me time and time again. Nisha has expressed to me certain things that she likes and dislikes about how I might handle certain situations. And especially when it comes to like this app, like Nisha is not a content creator, if that makes sense. She's not a live host like that goes live very often. She's not necessarily like a quote unquote like panelist fixture in the mess. And so when, again, it's become open season on a couple of us because a lot of y'all feel a little too comfortable. Because you think, oh, well, nobody's coming to your rescue, so I can eat you up. But it's not that. It's really not. So when Edna said what she said about Nisha's husband, based on what I know about Edna and what I know about Nisha, I know that Edna is not... She's spoken publicly on her platform about her boundaries around how people should speak about other people's families, marriages, children. And even if she was triggered, she placed that expectation upon herself. And I was disappointed in her for going there and for taking it that far. I was. The whole situation was very heated. But for her to immediately go there because Nisha brought up her incarceration, regardless of whether she was mad at you or not, you crossed a line that you have critiqued other people very openly for fucking crossing. That's really what it was. It's just the principle. And just like she's clocked me on things that are principle, my business hasn't been a secretive thing, right? The little business that like has happened to be shared. And I understand the game though, right? Like Heartbreaker, a content creator, Susu, a content creator. If I happen to be up on the chopping block for content, it is what it is. It's up to me whether I want to participate in it or not. And so if I'm watching something, I have a problem with Susu, but I have a problem with Susu's behavior because she's being hypocritical in this moment, I have every right to say that. It hasn't stopped anybody else from doing that shit about me. But when I point that out, right? If the next word is fuck me, if that's how you want to, like, if that's how you really want to play it, and I don't think you really want to play it like that. I do think that you are upset and emotionally charged.
Can I
And it
say
is
something?
hard to hear your words back and hear that you said some shit that you probably wouldn't do.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I feel like, to just sum it up, I'm going to be fair, 100%. I like you. I like Nisha. I like AJ. And I like Susu. I feel like last night, when things went left regarding Nisha, and you know what? I'm going to take a shot first. Because
Okay,
I'm going
well,
to have
while
to
you
be
do
real.
that, the
I'm
person
going to
who
have to be
actually
real in
inserted themselves was Edna. She said, y'all are not going to jump AJ. You jumped in, literally.
Okay. I'm going to take a shot.
And I don't believe in that jumping shit on this app. Y'all can play by those rules. I don't think that adults on a phone can be jumped. I don't. And if I insert myself, so does everybody else on this fucking app. That's the only reason that any mess gets started, is because people who, quote unquote, you feel like shouldn't be talking about something, insert themselves in it.
Hold on. I'm gonna say something. I'm going to take a few more shots. Hey, Hippie, you can talk, babe.
Hey, how are you? I don't have a dog in this fight, but I heard you say you was taking a shot, so I came up to take one with you before the pot gets stirred, okay? So I'm taking one with you, then I'm going to drop on back down.
I need that.
I like all of y'all. I don't have anything bad to say. I'm just here for a shot before it starts, okay? HB, let me know when you're ready. We can do a
Yeah,
twofer if you
y'all
want
all my
to.
I done
favorite
took
song
two.
right
You
here.
gotta hurry
I'm gonna tell
up.
y'all right now, I don't like none of this. Whatever it is, y'all better talk this shit out.
That's
Cause
right,
I like
Patrice.
all
Go
of
grab
y'all.
yours.
Y'all
Oh,
all my faves on here.
yeah, I like
Susu,
all of y'all. Going back to the
HB,
comments.
Cash, AJ. I fuck with all y'all on this bitch. Y'all welcome me in this motherfucker with open arms. So y'all better fix that shit. Shit, fuck what y'all gotta do.
But that's where I'm at, right? It's like, why do I have to be the bigger
Fix it.
person? Why do I have to back down? Why do I have to not speak my mind? It hasn't, again,
Y'all all need to talk.
who has taken that approach, right?
Y'all gotta talk, bro. Cause this shit ain't. I don't like this shit, man. Where's Susu at?
Mama Gray, I'm not confused though. Like, I see there's two things at play here. There's two things at play, and I see what the fuck it is, and I'm okay with it, right? But we all have to be okay with it.
Why would I drop?
Yeah,
What
Cass is
the,
never
the fuck is he talking about? Drop then.
too
Respectfully,
much on
nigga.
Cass, honey.
Listen, let me tell you something. Susu, I need all of y'all to work this out. AJ, y'all need to come on here and talk. Susu in the box?
Susu not up here. Oh,
Oh,
there she
that's
go. There she
you.
go.
Diddler.
So I'm gonna give y'all my thing, okay? I am a little, I don't know. I think this crown
Yeah,
from
man, we gotta
Walmart
get some
is like,
straightening around this motherfucker. Y'all tripping.
crown from Walmart is fake because I don't feel like.
No, we not playing no whole clip of nothing. We need to get to the bottom of this shit and get over this shit. Tomorrow's a new day. I ain't trying to get on this app like today, and I ain't seeing motherfuckers kikiing and shit. I don't like this shit. So what we need to do?
Oh my god, y'all! The new gifts are so cute. And can y'all please get y'all subscriptions, please? Y'all gonna need those with the new stuff we got coming. Um, y'all can also subscribe to people also in here that does not yeah. So okay, so this is my opinion about yesterday. I was in AJ's live, and I'm being fair, y'all. I'm gonna be fair. I don't have no. Let's go, Susu, with the 10 subscriptions. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Susie. Period. You guys are on a Subway, so grab your sub. So, and thank all of you guys for the subscriptions. So yesterday we was inside of AJ's live, right? And what had happened was that we was chilling. Nisha came in there. AJ made the statement that, hey, what are you doing in here? The only reason I haven't blocked you yet is because you fine as hell. And I was like, yes, Nisha is fine. And at the time, they were streaming Dime come up inside of Saucy Santana's panel or whatever. And so I was a little distracted, but I wasn't really paying attention to the comments like that. But AJ asked her, why was she there, you know? But she was kind of like doing it in a joking way. And Nisha was just like, what's the problem? Whatever. And she's like, yeah, I seen you make a comment, like a diabolical comment in somebody's live. And so she said that Nisha quoted, and she did put it on the green screen. It quoted, Nisha said, Dime, AJ was, or something like AJ was coming for Dime's kids, and I wasn't having it. So AJ was like, what you wasn't having? Like that. AJ was like, what you wasn't having? Or whatever. And I don't know. They just kept going on and on and on. And at first it was just like they were laughing. And then all of a sudden, Nisha says something slick, I think. And AJ blocked her. She said, you're blocked. So after that, we did battles. It was like the individual battles. Nisha was throwing for me and Chef Foxy and Chosen, but not AJ. And she was putting in the comments talking about AJ's wig. So Nisha said in the comments, go live, HB, go live. So when I went live, Nisha came up and y'all saw what Nisha did. Nisha went off, right? She went slap the hell off. And so AJ came up or whatever to address it. While they were having a conversation, somehow my name came up. I cannot remember how my name came up. One of y'all are going to have to refresh my memory. But my name came up. And I don't know who mentioned it, but my name came up and Cash's name came up too. My name came up and Cash name came up. That's when Cash came up on the panel and she addressed AJ. When she did that, Susu came up and she said, I love you, friend, but we ain't going to do no jumping. AJ mentioned me? Okay, I don't know who mentioned Cash, but I stayed muted because to me, I'm just okay with all these people. So it just, I didn't know. I just stayed muted. So Susu came up and she said, ain't gonna be, Nisha said, AJ mentioned you, I mentioned Cash. Got you. Okay, so Nisha just said in the comments, AJ mentioned me and Nisha said she mentioned Cash. I remember Nisha saying something like, I'm not Cash. You be having a lot to say when it's Cash up here, but you don't got nothing to say when it's me. Thank you, Purple Rain. She said, you don't have nothing to say when it's me because AJ was quiet, right? So when Cash came up to speak on her name, which was mentioned, which I think that Cash thought that AJ mentioned her name, Nisha just stated, no, I mentioned Cash's name. So when AJ was up there, it was Cash and Nisha versus AJ for a brief moment. And Susu came up and said, I love you, babes, but there's not going to be any jumping. There's not going to be no jumping. And that's where everything just went left. And Nisha told Susu, I've been waiting for you. I already knew you had a problem and blah, 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 blah. And then they were, and she said something, Susu said something about a strap. And Nisha said, Nisha said something about the strap too, and Susu said, "Use it on your."
No, she said something. No.
Oh, go ahead. Babe.
We went back and forth the first time. The second time is when we went back and forth, and it got deeper. The first time I was addressing Cash, she jumped in and addressed me. When I said something back, she said she'd been waiting to address me, and we went back and forth. So, continue, because that part with the strap and everything, she talked about my incarceration before I went there.
Right. I forgot what warranted that. So she said, Nisha said, you think because you did 40 days and 40 nights that pretty much like you're Billy Badass like that. And Susu followed up by saying, use that strap on your husband backside. And it all went to hell from there. Okay, it went to hell from there. Today, Cash felt like, to me, because I was in between my cooking live and briefly listening in, she felt like it was hypocritical of Susu to say such a thing when Susu always go to bat for family being off limits, whatever. Susu feel like you hit below the belt, I'm going all the way. Below the belt is my trauma. A lot of my trauma stemmed from the time that I had to serve, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. So she felt like, don't police my response. And Cash felt like, nope, that go against everything that you claim that you stand for regarding, not speaking on family or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. Now, today, Susu did reach out to Cash privately on the back end, and Cash did not respond. I do want to know why you didn't respond.
That wasn't today.
That was last night.
That was literally in the
what
midst. Hold on. It was literally in the midst of everything happening.
Okay.
I made sure that in the midst of everything happening, I made sure to reach out to Cash to let her know again, this is not nothing towards you. I'm just saying, usually I stay out of my friend's business. You already know, HB and Braid, when they fight, I don't even go live. When Trina and HB fight, I end the live. When Trina and Braid fight, I end the live. I stay out of my friend's shit. When Cash and HB got into it, I didn't say a fuck thing about nothing. In fact, I encourage Cash to give HB a chance and you guys have a conversation. I encourage HB to have a conversation with Cash and give each other a chance to cool down and get back cool. Other than that, I stay the fuck out of it. All I said was, I think it's best. Oh, that's so cute, yes.
Yes!
All I said was, I think it's best that AJ and Nisha handle this. Nisha was no fucking where when you was arguing with AJ for 40 days and 40 nights, like she likes to say.
No, she was, though. She was.
On the back end, probably.
She was in the comments on the back end. Like, again, here's the thing, right? That I think that's what it is, right? Like, why am I now expected to handle things on the back end when it was said here? And I used to get upset about that, right? It would bother me, but I see how it is. A lot of this shit is content-based. And so how you might handle a situation is not how I handle a situation. And that's okay. We're allowed to be different. But again, the implication that let me just start, I guess, from the beginning. Initially, the thing that I had a problem with, I've been had a problem with AJ, right? We all know this. It's not a secret. And it's also not a secret that both you and Dasha, have I don't know. The friend word seems to be a bit touchy, right? I don't know who's friends, we'll just call it friends for the purposes of this. Y'all have a friendship with AJ. Mm-hmm. It's not been a secret that she has a lot of, big feelings toward me. She's talked cash shit about me with both of y'all present, So that to me, it was already up. So for her to come in here again with the level of entitlement that she's presented time and time again about other people's business, to threaten Nisha to tell her to be quiet before she calls HB like she's ratting to mommy. Yeah, I had a problem with that.
I find it
I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you at any point.
Yes, you did, because I was talking.
Okay, well, I unmuted for just a brief moment. I apologize.
Go ahead, I'll let you finish.
Okay, please, have the floor. Go ahead.
You said something about a lot of this is for content. It's interesting that I hit you up at 12:47 a.m. last night. You've yet to respond to me. You've yet to call me, although we speak maybe every single day.
Yeah.
Hold on. I find it interesting. I find it interesting that you sat next to your man and recapped it and said all your thoughts there. Came here and said all your thoughts here for 1.1K. But we talk every single day.
Haven't you done the same thing about my business in spaces where bitches don't fuck with me? What's the difference?
When? Your business is not Kiwi. I spoke
my
on
business,
Kiwi.
You absolutely did do that shit with AJ. What are you fucking talking about?
There's whatever you're conjuring
you sitting
to
there while
make
that bitch
sense,
is dogging
not
me
ever
the
going
fuck
to make
out.
sense, Cash.
So what is the fucking difference?
I've never talked bad about you.
I'm not.
What are you talking about?
I didn't talk badly about you.
Yes, you did.
For me to critique.
That's why I hopped up there and I said,
"Oh my
fuck
gosh."
Ya.
Okay. For me to critique a behavior that somebody that I like or did, I didn't like the behavior.
Did I ever critique how you were acting with Kiwi?
Yes, you have. You have called me out on certain behaviors. You have, Edna, and it's okay. We've talked about that.
Pull a clip.
We have, though. You thought the way that I handled the Rizzy article story, like you thought that the way that I addressed that was distasteful.
No, all I said was, Cash, this is what Rizzy was saying when you jump in.
Is it?
That's all I said.
But it wasn't me jumping in. I had an opinion. You felt like I expressed that opinion in a way that was disrespectful to that story. That's what it was. You've again said things about how I've interacted with certain people, right? Certain conflicts I've gotten into, even initially with AJ. Again, it's not a critique of me as a person. It was a critique of my behavior. And I'm able to separate the difference. It doesn't feel good. It does feel like, oh, you're talking shit about me. But because I have like a level of discernment.
No,
can I please finish my sentence? Is it possible?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So because I have a level of discernment and respect for you, I separate you talking cash shit about me versus you saying, hey, I didn't like this thing you did, because I'm an adult and I expect that sometimes my behavior may not be like, you know, on par with the people around me. They may not like that shit. It doesn't feel good to hear, but why should I have to like sugarcoat? And I don't think that anybody else should have to sugarcoat it with me. If you didn't like the way I handled it, you could have approached it like that. But
Like
if it's
the way
fuck
I
me, then
handled
it's
it, you
fuck
could have
me.
responded
Because
to
at this
me.
point, like, again, it
If
feels
you
like open
didn't like the
fucking
way
season.
that I handled it, so what it looks like is you waited for a moment to try to clock me about something to do it on the public end because you felt a way that you think that I clocked you. That's what it's giving.
That's what it looks like, right? And if you looked
That's
at
what
the
it's
bigger picture
really
outside
giving.
of
Because
anything
what
about
happened
you,
was in
you
the
weren't
moment,
the only
I
person who I
literally
got into it
texted
with
you.
that night.
You could have texted me back and said, I didn't appreciate that. Edna, I didn't appreciate that.
If it's, again, could you possibly conceive that you were not the only person that I was in conflict with at that moment? And that the thing with Bree and all of that, like the stuff that I don't want to pull everybody's business out there, but there was a more pressing situation that I was trying to handle. Is that fair?
I'm
I feel like it
not
would
going to
be
respond to
fair.
much of nothing because what it's giving right now is, oh, Susu, you know, you put on a show, so let me put on a show. I'm going to let you put your show on, Cash. You got it.
Got you.
I'm
So if we're going to make it,
real.
okay, go ahead, Cass.
I'm gonna be real. Like, it's like you're not wrong for speaking your mind and not like that, but she hit you on the back end, so y'all can have this conversation right now. You feel me? And instead of talking to her directly, when y'all talk every day, you you went on a panel and you did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you could have easily.
No different than what anybody else has done. Let's be honest.
I'm not saying that, right? I'm not saying it's no different, but what I'm saying is it's been 24 hours. You still have not responded to the same person you talk to every day, right?
No, I haven't.
That's the point she's
But
saying.
again, at any point did they check on, like, that was during, when she said that, right, at 12 something, that was initially right when it started. It was Libra came up, a couple of other people, and she said,
Right, but
I'm not going to jump.
HB,
After
I
that,
sent you
things
the message,
continued.
right?
After
Is it
that,
okay if you
things
can maybe
continued to
put
progress.
it up?
So it was somehow, I was supposed to stop, again, active conversations I was in.
Yeah, can you
to
put it up
address
for
that
me
one
just
thing.
so like there's context to the message?
It's just the point.
I can
like,
just read it.
even if you're into conflict, bro, your friend hit you after y'all had a public disagreement. Your friend hit you. You chose to ignore your friend. Get online.
Not a friend, Cass. Nisha's her friend.
Okay.
It didn't
well,
hurt her what Nisha said to me, but it hurt her what I said to Nisha.
How do you know that, though?
You didn't say a fuck thing when she said it. You have yet to say a fuck thing. You've
But again,
not said a
if
fuck
it's-
thing about nothing that she said.
But your
You're not my friend.
principles, Edna, come on.
You're not.
Your principles are right that you find it distasteful on
Cash,
your platform.
please
on
with
your
the
fucking
principles. You were an
platform,
advocate
when
of
people talk
LGBTQ.
about
You
children,
turned around and said the
when
F
people
word.
talk about disabilities,
Please,
when people
Cash.
talk.
Please.
Okay,
You're an
so am I
advocate
wrong
of
or-
people of
What is
unalivement,
it?
and you've told people to go drink bleach. Cash,
And I have.
you are the pot
That's
calling
no
the kettle
problem.
black. So you cannot
But I
clock
don't
me,
go
babes.
around
You're
here telling people
clocked.
not to do those
You're
things.
clocked.
I don't.
You've said the F word in the same breath
And I
that
have,
you stood up
and
for
I probably will
transphobia.
in my next life. Like, I have. I'm not perfect.
You
I
have
don't
said
purport to
the
be.
F word in the same sentence
This is
that you
whataboutism.
were
I don't
clocking
purport to be.
transphobia. I don't want to
don't.
hear
Alright.
it.
So why can't
Like,
we stay on the situation at hand, though? Why do we have to go
You're
to?
trying to
But
tell
what
me
about
about my
you?
you're trying to
principles
call
because
her.
you
What
don't
about you?
stand on
But
yours.
I'm using your principles to address this
You
direct
don't
situation.
stand on yours, babe. Why don't you focus on standing on yours instead of trying to clock mine?
Okay, and so then, right, when everybody else on this app, all they do is critique everybody else's behavior, and when I also do that in a clip
You
of
did it,
other
babes. I
people,
see you.
so suddenly, again, it is a problem that I have an opinion.
It's not about your opinion, Cash. It's just the way you handled it. That's what she's saying.
Again, but I
She's
told her,
saying,
you
listen,
said the double teaming thing. I'm telling you, I don't believe in that. I don't believe
what
that you could be double teamed on the app. I think that's real life shit. I do. Right? I think in real life it's fucked up when people get jumped, but to be jumped on an app, to be double teamed for somebody, for AJ, who has thrown multiple shots at me, Susu, over and over and over and over again. So if I choose this moment, just like she waited, right, to address Nisha, she waited till she had the time. Maybe I had the fucking time.
so
And I'm allowed to
Say
wait,
that.
but
You've been
Cass, hold
talking to
on.
me every
I'm
day with an
allowed to address
issue.
anything that I want whenever I want to.
You've been
so
waiting for
Cash,
days. And
let me
And
every
I
ask.
single day you
have,
talk
and
to
I
me.
have, and suddenly I have the time. It was a 3-day weekend. What about it?
Exactly why I know you and Nisha talk shit about me because she said I've been waiting for you to say something, you weird ass bitch. So you two been talking about me. So it just concludes you're both
No,
pussy.
you know what we did talk about? It's exactly what I texted you about when it happened. Is that when you had that live about stud education, after you saw again a very public fallout on
Never
her,
said anything to me about that. So
are you
please.
kidding me? I texted you. We've
And said
talked about
what?
it in text. Do you want me to read it? I think that's what it is.
I don't remember.
We'll just have
Probably.
story. Then okay, then just say that.
No,
But
I
please
don't
don't
remember.
accuse me
Maybe
of
read
lying.
it to me. Read it
Yeah,
to
I
me.
can read it to you right now.
Never in my life talked about cash to AJ. Ever. Ever. I've never talked.
Okay,
I've
y'all.
never
Sorry, I
talked
keep
about
getting phone calls.
cash.
Okay.
I've also never talked about Nisha. I don't do that.